I'm talking to Viola, asking her to join us. So what do you think about Tramonto and Cancellale so far?
I think that I've read that these wines are fruity, and they are. I do like the Viola, the Donna Viola very much, because I do like the acidity, and I like the way it locks in that acidity and finishes on that note, and especially for pairing. But I liked the what is it?
Okay.
The Sangiovese as well.
Okay.
So are we moving on to the next one?
With the Infranto. Viola, if you want to introduce Infranto, you can.
Yes. So Infranto is a rosé wine made by Nero di Troia, 100% Nero di Troia, so a different grape variety, and a more different grape variety than Bombino Nero, for 2 or 3 elements, I think that. So the first is the skin of the grape, because in Bombino Nero the skin is very, very thin, while in Nero di Troia the skin are very, very large and very rich of anthocyane. So the color is very strong. And the second element is the ends on the nose and on the palate, because are very stronger and a different shadows of ends. So for example, we have the peach, apricot, lemongrass, and a red flower, so are very different. And the final element is the tannin, because Nero di Troia, I think that is the most famous grape variety of Puglia after Primitivo and Negro Amaro. And Nero di Troia is famous for its tannins. Is a very nervous grape and is very difficult to work, because the concentration of tannins is very, very hard. And for produce a good wine, we need more time, because is important to work on the tannins for a soft tannin, and this is very, very difficult. But in the rosé wine, this problem is we can work good, because the maturation also in this case there isn't, because we work with soft pressure. So you can try on the palate, and you can perceive that there is the tannin, but the tannin is perfectly balanced with all the wine. And for us, this is a very satisfaction, because it's very difficult, but l'abbiamo fatto. So Yes, and about the packaging is different because this label is painted by me, and the mission of the labels is to represent the earth and the soil of our vineyard, because during April and May, when the climate starting to warm, the earth break, and from the break during May and June was born the first flower of the vine that will produce the new grape to take to give the new wine for our year. So the label represents the break of the earth, and from the break we can see the new wine of the year. So it is a representation that we see during the year and in our vineyard, and for me it's a pleasure to show to the world and to the people. Is very important for us. And another thing that the structure is very different, because the structure of Nero di Troia is very, very complex. So if the Tramonto is a vertical wine, a very simple wine, I think so, the Infranto is show a structure and also or similar to the red wine, but is fresh as a rosé wine. So there is a very good balance in this wine.
All right. You definitely get the tree fruit, you know, the peach. Just a little bit of grassy. Yes, you can get a bit of tannin in the mouth, but it also has a certain softness, a certain roundness. And how do you get that? How do you achieve that? That just that little bit of round mouth feel that you get?
Come riesci ad ottenere questa rotondità anche che si percepisce?
Because during the fermentation we come posso dire, come si dice lasciare, we let e i lieviti come si dicono? It's. Because during the fermentation we let the its at during all the period to the end of the fermentation. And in this way, it's release some of some elements that give the softness, the
roundness.
Yes,
Mouth.
exactly. And it's come posso dire, riempiono.
Can feel.
Yes, can feel the wine. Sorry, it's it's hard for me to explain.
I do understand. In French, they call it surly. In French, surly. On the lees, on the spent yeast cells, the lees. Is that what is this what we're talking about? You know what I mean? So the fermenting wine stays on the lees, L-E-E-S, or in French it's L-I-E.
No. Non sta
No.
Non sta sulle bucce il vino, tipo, no.
No, it's not.
No,
okay.